Chocks and Chocolates, Chocolate Bird here, but not for a video review. This time it's for Look Back episode 19. Yes, here we are again. Yeah, a bit later this one. Apologies for this. Just been a massively busy couple of weeks for me, so I'm a bit behind on it. But yeah, it's not a massive one this time. We didn't review loads, a year ago, 5 years ago, because that's basically what this is about. This is talking about what I reviewed, I'd say 1 year ago and 5 years ago. So we're doing the channel for that long, really. So yeah, something I can do. It's good to look back at these things. Also, just to see whether, generally, I agree with myself about what I gave them sort of rating-wise, and whether the things are still around as well, just to sort of reminisce, I guess, on things that might no longer be available. So, interesting one, yeah. But before I start, I did do some member reviews. Did Kellogg's Rice Krispie Squares, chocolatey orange flavour. That's a member review. Yeah, and according to Mermaid as well. So, yeah, a couple of member reviews there. So if you are a member, bronze tier or above, the links to those will be in the description if you missed them. And if you're interested in becoming a member, there'll be a link in this corner up here, I think, somewhere. Yes. And I'll do that, and also in the description as well. So yeah, check it out. Bronze tier or above, you get access to exclusive reviews. So and interesting ones as well, not just the general chocolate bar things, but cereals, chocolate spreads, hot chocolate drinks, things like this. Yeah, ice creams, things I don't normally review, basically crisps, stuff like that. So yeah, check those out. Or just support either way. There's various different levels. Please check it out. As I say, it really helps out the channel. So thank you. We really appreciate it. I also did some live reviews as well, so I won't go over those because they were chocolate selections. If there's some individual chocolates, I might go into them, as I would normally other chocolate reviews. But if there's selections, because I review each chocolate individually, and it's more about the experience as a selection as a whole and things like this, I probably won't really go over individual ones and sort of remark them and things. I think it's probably just an idea just to look at the review as well, just to go back and look at it and see what you think about that. But yeah, what did I review? I did Bailey's chocolate collection, and I did the Hotel Chocolat with Love H box. It was a Valentine's Day special, so yeah, so go check that out. So I did consider doing it again, but I think it's basically the same selection that Hotel Chocolat do. And other places didn't seem to do a specific Valentine's selection, just the same ones really. I did have a quick look anyway. I'm sure some of them would have done, but nothing that took my fancy anyway. But yeah, but let me know if you had any nice Valentine's Day chocolates, by the way. Let me know, and I'll maybe for next year I'll try and review those. So it should be an interesting one. But yes, what did I review a year ago? So let's have a look then. Let me just find it. So I did Terry's chocolate orange mini eggs. Yeah, I gave these a 4 out of 5. Basically just said it got really, it's similar to the white chocolate ones. I think that was mentioned in last episode of Look Back. Just a very odd orange colour to them and an odd taste as well. And I have had them since then, and the taste wasn't quite as strong as I remembered it being. But basically, they're not suitable for vegetarians. They use carmine or cochineal or whatever it's called to basically colour the eggs, the egg shell. And I found it gave them a bit of a funny taste. I wasn't too keen on them. Although they're still nice, but I wasn't as keen on them as I would have been had they not had that shell. Basically, the shell normally is meant to have a bit of a crunch and a bit of a, something a bit different to sort of mini eggs. And usually it's a pleasant addition. But I didn't find that was the case with the Terry's chocolate orange ones at all. And as I say, they're not suitable for vegetarians either. But I did say subsequently I have had them and they've not been quite so bad. But I think a 4 out of 5 is still about right, really. They're okay. I just feel like they don't look that great. They could have look a bit better. Yeah, I don't know. Something about them not quite right. The colour just not quite right. Has a bit of a funny taste. Doesn't add to it at all. So yeah, they're just 4 out of 5. I think I agree with that one. Yeah. So just not. I don't know. I just think they could be better. And I'll say that weird orange colour. It's just too strange, But yeah, there we go. Now I reviewed the Faser's Winter Edition milk chocolate with gingerbread. Yeah, those of you regular viewers of the channel, I love Carl Faser. Finnish company, make amazing chocolate, really nice, lovely chocolates. And I think their previous, basically one of their bars from last year was actually my favourite from last year, the top number one of the top 20 chocolates of 2021. So yeah, but this one I found it was a very disappointing. I gave it 3.5 out of 5, and I just found it didn't really taste much of ginger. I think was it more just sort of typical winter spice, speculoos and things. But yeah, I don't know. And I found it also overpowered the really nice, the lovely Faser chocolate. It just didn't. I don't know. Just those winter spices just didn't really work with the chocolate. As I say, the Carl Faser milk chocolate's lovely, and this one they just overpowered the flavour of that chocolate and didn't really taste very gingery. Just more typical like Lebkuchen-y type taste. So disappointing that one. So 3.5 out of 5. Still okay. But, that's a very low score by Faser standards. But as I say, still above average, just about. There we go. I reviewed Mr. Kipling's Deluxe Millionaire Worlds. Yes, so they seem to basically just refilm a few of their products, Mr. Kipling, for various seasons of the year, and Christmas is one of them, then Easter's another. And they generally just did a limited edition of their sort of World's Millionaire version of them. So a bit like a Millionaire shortbread. So basically, it had I think it had like a caramel centre, a sort of chocolate top, and a regular bottom really. And they're okay, but they're just lacking flavour. I gave them a 4 out of 5, and I think they're quite indulgent. They look great, but they're just lacking a bit of flavour really. I think that's probably about right though. Even so, if anything, it's probably 3.5, as I say. But there is a bit of an a bit of an X factor about them. But it's just only by appearance and by style, really. Not really. The substance isn't quite as strong as it looks like it would be. But yeah, they're okay. They're all right. You know what I mean. And the 4 out of 5 is still good. But I think it's more down to the style rather than the substance there. And if anything, it would be a bit lower. But they do look very nice. So, yeah. Now reviewed Pineapple Bounty as well. Yeah, Scotty sent me this one. Thanks so much, Scotty. Yeah, it's Russian import, I think this one was. Now, basically, coconut's not really for me. I'm not a massive coconut fan, but nonetheless, I did enjoy this one. I gave it a 3 out of 5, and I think it was perhaps a bit harsh. It had really lovely sort of pineapple flavour. It really came through. It's really, I don't know, really worked, actually. I think this one I will up to 3.5 out of 5, even though coconut's not really for me, and Bounty, I don't really like the consistency of it. But in this case, that sort of the juice, for want of a better expression, or better term, better word, just really worked, and you really got that sort of lovely pineapple flavour. And I say, it's not really for me, this product, but I could appreciate it. And I think 3.5 out of 5, I think it's probably a bit more appropriate than the 3. And if you really like Bounties, I think you could probably add half a mark, if not more, to that. So if not a whole mark. So yeah. Nice, 3.5 out of 5. I think that's I think better than the 3. I think, but as I say, not really for me, but nonetheless, I could appreciate it. That pineapple flavour is really nice. Pineapple's not really my kind of flavour either, but it just really worked. Yeah, really worked. Now I had Cadbury's White Miniature Eggs. These I gave a 1.5 out of 5. It basically very disappointing, these ones, and I think that rating is about right, because I don't think they weren't horrible, but they were just really poor, really disappointing. And main reason for that was because it's labelled as Cadbury's White Miniature Eggs. It had a hazelnut cream centre. And what on earth's that about? I'm not bought them for hazelnut cream. I bought them for white chocolate, Cadbury's White. So they just had like a white shell on the outside, but it was just mainly hazelnut cream. And they've done that with a lot of products, Cadbury, for some reason. But this one, is more glaring than the rest, because it's just so out of place and shouldn't be there. It just should be a white chocolate centre, and I don't know why they didn't do that. And I said also that the centre itself wasn't very nice on top of all that. So yeah, just poor product, really poor. Cadbury, done some really poor products, as I say, and this is one of them. I think the white chocolate jingly bells were another, and the orange chocolate mini eggs as well, dairy milk orange mini eggs were another one as well. Just really poor products, and 1.5 out of 5 I think is pretty much spot on there. Well, not horrible, but really poor product. Yeah, so there we go. And what did I do 5 years ago? Yeah, let's have a look. I'll just move the old list up a bit. I didn't do too many 5 years ago, but they're all Marks & Spencer products, actually. Own brands Marks & Spencer one. The first one was Marks & Spencer's The Whippy One chocolate bar. Basically sort of like a version of walnut whip, essentially. Did have but burnt walnut taste didn't really work for me, I said. I gave this a 2 out of 5, and I can't really, argue with that. I think from what I said, that sounds about right. It's been a long time ago, since I reviewed it, but interesting. I don't know if they still do it actually, but yeah, I think 2 out of 5 sounds about right from what I said, and it, from from the review itself, just looked a bit poor really. So I like walnut whips, but that one seems to be a bit of a miss. That one. Then in Marks & Spencer's The Crazy One chocolate bar, as well, very what did it have in it? Butterscotch toffee popcorn and popping candy. I said basically lots of textures. But the flavours weren't that great, basically. Not crazy enough, I said. And I gave this one a 3.5 out of 5. So I think it's quite exciting because of all the different textures and popping candy, things like this, but just didn't really have the flavours to back it up. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 sounds about right. That really could potentially lower it to a 3 if anything, but I think 3.5 sounds about right, to be honest with you. So yeah, I think I was spot on with that one. Yeah. The last one I did 5 years ago was the Marks & Spencer's Intense Cappuccino chocolate bar. So it seems, I think it's a bit of a chocolate bar version of the Thornton's sort of cappuccino you get in their continental selection. Basically, always looks gorgeous, really looks nice. But I gave this one a 3 out of 5. I was very disappointed with it, actually. I said not much taste, just coffee really. It looks very, but it's disappointing. Now you might argue that that's what you'd expect really, but I think the fact it was a chocolate bar version, I think I was expecting more chocolate and this, that and the other, and I was just a bit disappointed. I feel like this one, I feel like perhaps I should up this one to 3.5 out of 5 because I think 3 does seem a bit low, and also for the main complaint to be saying it just tastes like coffee when it is a cappuccino, intense cappuccino chocolate bar. It might be a bit harsh, but I think what I was trying to get at was there's nothing extra added by the fact it was a chocolate bar, and I am tempted to up it to a 3.5 out of 5, but I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt on that one. I feel like, I was a lot less harsh back in those days as well. So I'm a bit where I think it's probably one I need to review again, basically. But I think I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt and keep it at 3 out of 5 because I just feel I wasn't quite as strict as I am nowadays. Although having said that, my criticism is that it just tasted too much like coffee, not much else. But I think, I would have expected it being a chocolate bar to have a bit more of something about it, and I think that's probably what it was. And I don't know, I think it looks very nice, this one though, but just perhaps, I don't know, not quite got the substance behind it. So I'm torn between leaving it as a 3 and moving it to a 3.5, but I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt, I think, and mark this one as probably one I need to re-review again. But an interesting bar, looks great, but I think either way, doesn't quite deliver on the taste that you'd expect. So there we go. 3 out of 5 for that one, keep it the same. Okay guys, there we go, a bit of a short one today, but as I say, well, there we are, it's just the way it goes, I guess. Some weeks we might be a bit shorter, but other weeks might be a bit longer, so we just got to, take it as it comes, I guess. Hope you enjoyed that. All the links for, as I say, these reviews are in the description. Check all those out. There's a link for the Discord server and the member program. Great to support the channel, both things are. And the Discord server particularly in a way to keep in touch with the community and be part of it. Please like the video, leave a comment or free. Always great to hear from you. Have a great evening, and I'll see you next time. Or a great morning or afternoon. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.